Hi everyone, welcome to Hard Knock Garage. This is just, I thought I'd do like a monthly update, kind of what's on the bench. Been working on Land Rovers at the moment. You can see there's a couple there in the background. This one is one I saw a picture of on the internet, made by a guy in the States, I think. Really cool, little 88. This one's a Mini Champs Series 1 on a 107 wheelbase, so that one's been stretched. Got the deck on the back, cut the back off. I had a cloth roof on it, but I've been checking out some pictures of the real one and need to make some changes. Wasn't quite looking right, so that's what I'm going to be working on shortly. It's got a tiny little motor in it. It's over there. So the real one has a 327 Chevy. I don't have a 327 Chevy, but I do have a nice Pontiac motor. So I'm going to pop that in there. I'm probably going to have to relocate the battery. These things are tiny, so fitting a V8 in there is a bit of a mission. So we've got that one. Now, this one is going to be painted for a guy in Germany, Timon. Swapped a roof rack over onto this one from another one, and stripping it. It's going to have a rooftop tent. So this is a very crude one. I've made one before for a guy Douglas in the States. It worked really well. Then someone asked me to make another one. I couldn't actually remember how I did it, so this is a prototype one. This one's probably possibly a little big, and I need to get the folding right. But essentially, it's going to sit up there and kind of, well, you get the idea. It's going to pop out with a ladder and stuff on it. So you've got to make one for that, and a few other bits and pieces. Now, I've got this one, which is an old project that I need to get back into at some point. But this is for colour matching. So I'm going to paint, I think it's called Epsom Green, or pretty close to it. I'm going to paint that one in a similar colour. So I was just doing some colour matching. Here's my strip. Just playing around with airbrush colours. So this one's not quite as close. I can't remember where I've got the strip, but playing around with proportions of stuff. A little bit of metallic green, I think some olive green and some black, and you can get a colour that's pretty close. So I've been playing around with that, and I'm going to colour match a couple of others as well to real colours. Way easier than having to do can spray painting. Got some Jeeps working in the back. I was going to do something with those. I may do one for my niece. That'll have to be pink. So anyway, playing around with those. Now, paint stripping. So a guy in South Africa, Dave, gave me a tip. He's really into 118 Land Rovers as well. So he suggested using Detol. I haven't tried it before. Thought I'd give it a go. Turns out it works really well. Of course, everything smells of Detol now. But I basically poured it into this container. It's not the cheapest substance. For me, it was about $13 each NZ. I don't know what that is, maybe $8-9 US. But it works really well. You can see it does take longer, so usually I would use a stripper that's kind of almost instant, but they're really nasty things. So this, you just basically leave it in for at least, say, 4 hours. It won't damage the plastics, because you can see this is plastic, and it's starting to come off. You got to scrub it off in there. It comes off the metal, the die-cast parts really well. I'll have to flip that over shortly, but basically you can just leave it in there. That's the third one I've done with the same lot of Detol. So basically, I think I could probably just leave it in there. I probably need another bottle and probably get quite a few models out of that. Excuse me, which would be good. So I've got this one. This is a, what's this one? This was a pickup 90, but had badly had zinc pieced in the tailgate, so that all broke and it had really bad paint rash. So I'm going to strip that off and paint that a nice Land Rover colour. Over here, got a few other models. I'm working on a Sandman for another guy in Australia to make that into an Overlander. This is the 8-hour Chevy Bel Air. I picked up another one. So that's pretty cool. Got a guy in Aussie who wants me to build that for him. These are the chassis of the 290s. Got this old one here. No, it's not for sale, but there was a Royal Mail one, and I was experimenting with using vinyl. So these are vinyl strips on it. What else we got? I've got this. Put this together quite a while ago. It's a Ford double cab COE truck. So I got a bit flustered at trying to get it all smooth. So what I've decided to do is I'm just going to sand off all of these lumpy bits. I'm not going to have the hood open. Probably going to glue the doors on, and then I'm just going to, so I've got to build the chassis out, put it back on it, and then I'll give it a patina finish. I think that'll look pretty cool. It's going to do something similar to the tow truck in the back, and play around with that. And I've got this Ford truck here that is one that, what are they called? Some guys on TV built, name will come back to me, and it's a wheel standing one. It's called Stubby Bob, so it has a huge big motor in the back and it does wheel stand, so that one's actually not too far off being done. So that's kind of what I got on the bench at the moment. I always pull things in and out as I go, but yeah, anyway, that's a wee update of what I'm up to. Next thing I'm going to do is make the roof for this. I'll probably do that as a video, and I'll show you how I use a glue gun to work with the material on that. But looking forward to getting this one done. Cheers.